Hey, what's up, guys? Back from the deck profile here. Now, you guys, I do have the going first 40 card scrap dinosaur list. I really enjoyed this list. It did actually change from what I originally thought. I started playing against a bunch of the like random meta decks, and kind of changed. It kind of warped my my thought process on some of the board breakers and some of the cards that I was playing. So we're just gonna go right on into it. But this is going first 40 card dinos. Come on down here. Yeah. We do have the Mega Zowler. Mega Zowler is actually in my deck instead of Frostosaurus this time.
Activate.
You know what I mean, with the Bandai card, of course. Alright, let me scoot the boys off. Alright, so, like I said, this is 40 cards. I was very tempted to play 41 in here, and I just didn't, because I was like, I don't like that. So obviously 2 UCTs.
Should have been 41 with 3.
Yeah. Well, if I was playing more turbo, this is more of a. Since we were going first, I felt like the 2 UCT was fine. Normally, I do like 3 UCT in certain lists if they're like super turbo. But it was 2 UCTs, 1 Pankratops. We only played one. The Meteorus this list because it was funny. I was playing 2 of this. I'm gonna talk about this card for a second. I was playing 2 of this. It just kind of turned out to be more of a brick sometimes, but it also
But not all the time.
But not all the time. It did like sometimes when I was playing, I would like open Lithosagem, X Baby this, and I just felt kind of vulnerable spilling my whole hand out on the board. So I was just playing one of this. Obviously, this is summonable, multiple different ways other than just searching with the Xenoground. And then we were playing the the boy, dude, the Mega Zowler, dude. Let's go, Mega Zowler. Fuck. It's just because this is an Earth. You could also play the. Did I have the other guy in here? Yeah, I did. You could also play the Arm Sword Dragon or whatever the fuck. I'm not playing this one. I just like Mega Zowler more. So, yeah, Mega Zowler because it's an Earth, and I am playing Lithosagem. So, you know what I mean. So the other one was the Giant Rex, the Misk. Just 1 Archosaur. I feel like 1 Archosaur is fine because we are playing Lithosagem in this list once again. So that was fine. And then I'm playing the 3-Os, the 3 Oviraptor, 3 Baby Ceratosaurus, 3 Petries. So we're maxing out on the baby count. It just felt right to me in testing. There's no real brick in this deck drawing these unless this is your opening hand. Like there's no real, you know what I mean? So I think we're fine with that, personally. And then for the scrap stuff, we were playing 2 Raptor, 1 Chimera, and I am playing Golem. I'm going to talk about Golem real quick because it is honestly the best card.
And the worst card.
It is. It's also the worst card. But I know a lot of you guys in the comment section are like, I just can't play Golem. I understand. Personally, for me, I don't draw it a whole lot. But if you do draw it, it just kind of makes Pill more live in certain ways. That sounds dumb, and you can think what you want. I just enjoy this card because once you do the scrap combo, if you're not going second, this just makes IP sometimes, or there's just like a bunch of lines of play with this card. I just really enjoy this card personally, but I think 2 Scrap Raptor is fine just because it's searchable with Ground Xeno, of course, Dinosaur Tuner. So you guys,
Xeno.
Yeah, your Xenos are grounded. Also, one thing, the Golem, I haven't drawn it a whole lot. If I did draw it in 40 cards a lot, I would probably either cut it or play more cards. That's why I was thinking about playing 41, and I was like, as much as I tested this list, I didn't draw it, so I was just like, that's fine. So that's kind of where we're at. And then I am playing 2 Lithosagem. I think 2 is completely fine. Obviously, 3 is available for you, but you don't want to break on this. I mean, it's just, this plus even just this 1 baby in an Earth. I mean, you still just play the game. I'm going to talk about this card in my honorable mentions, too. So, and then shout out my boy YGOPD. You guys have seen him on the channel.
Shout out.
He let me borrow his Fenrir's. I sold mine recently, and then I saw the OCG Bandit, so I was just like, okay, cool. But this is like a really good card. Obviously, I mean, I don't even know why I'm still talking about this card, but it's a non-dinosaur, so. And once again, I'm not playing Pain with Me, John. I'm not playing hand traps. I think board breakers are better right now, of course. And then for the spells, you guys might be kind of weirded out by the spells, but this was just what worked for me. Obviously, 1 Diagram, that's the only one I was playing. 2 Lithosagem. I'm playing 2 Lost World. I chose not to play Terraforming. I didn't want to broadcast what was going on, so I was just like, I'm just going to play these because this should have been a Terraforming, but sometimes you do want 2 of these. That's the only reason I was playing 2 of this. So And I also was playing 2 Pill because we are playing more non-dinosaurs in this list. I was playing Droll. Droll is still very good. I would side deck it, but I just didn't think you needed it in the main for this list. That's it for the 2 ofs. And then for the standard 3 ofs, we were playing 3 Fossil Big, 3 Ground Xeno, and then the last 3 of card. So I'm not playing Dark Roller in here. I'm playing 3 Book of Eclipse. This is more apparent in my side deck, I would say. So
UCT's a card.
Yeah, so I'm going to talk about this card for a second. So the reason for this card, so obviously Dark Roller plus UCT is game, just because it depletes the resources. But the main reason for this card is because you can still game your opponent if you lose the die roll. So like with Dark Roller, you just Dark Roller them, you wipe the board, and you go, your turn. Whereas Book of Eclipse, you can just go, all is face down, Pentastag, you're dead. Like, the game's over with at that point. Also, this card just makes, once you make links and shit, if you, have, like, IP and whatever, you can do the, the plays with that and still book a moon after you UCT, and then you can still unicorn or whatever, and then the follow-up go into access code, and then they're dead. So, this card let you push for damage, so that's kind of where I was at with that. And then for the extra deck, the extra dip. Obviously, Meteorus locks you into dinosaurs, worms, sea serpents, and dragons. So we're playing the 1 Transcendosaurus. We're playing the 1 Changing in here. I'm not playing Baron in this list. Baron didn't come up too often for me, oddly enough. But I am playing the Solda, the Dalka, the Dweller. Dugaris is the MVP, of course. I mean, that's like one of the better cards in the deck. And then Baguska. So these are like my
Swords
exceeds.
Revealing Light.
Yeah, dude, just with skill drain and whatever the non-changed position card. This was good. This was kind of like your play going into a board instead of making the Crystal Wing Sulkin like I talked about in the last list. I just enjoyed this card a little bit more. Obviously, in the new set, we get the other level 6 Exceed, which was very good. And then for the links, obviously Wyvern, the Donner pops Lost World token, which also puts a non-dino in graveyard. Pentastag, Cerberus, Asa, IP, and then I did choose to play Unicorn. Oddly enough, I didn't summon Unicorn a whole lot in this deck. I don't really enjoy this card as much, but it's still there for like problematic one-ofs. Like as soon as they activate Branded Loss, just put it back in their fucking deck. And then the last one is the access code. So honestly, IP was here a lot more for the access code, just to make sure I can push through boards with this. But depending, you know what I mean. So we're cool with that. And then I did want to note the honorable mentions. So the one thing with this, with the old boy. So Lithosagem, I'm not playing Reproducus. You could probably cut Donner, honestly, for Reproducus if you wanted to. I have talked about this in the past, but one of the things that I really enjoyed with this list was Chaos Angel. Where's my boy at? Where's the old boy? Am I fucking stupid? Sick. Yeah, there he is. Okay. So one of the things with this is, like, obviously you're going to do, this kind of play or whatever. This is going to be like your turn one. Some decks just can out Chaos Angel. You know what I mean, in the game one. So, like, you can do, like, the whole 9, this, rip their extra deck, see what's going on with it. And then you can make the Reproducus and then target this and make it a dark. And it's a level 9, and this is a level light, or a level 1 light. So
no
if this is a dark,
required.
no tuner required. So you can just make Chaos Angel with these two. Which I did think was very good. It didn't come up too much in testing, but it has the last time, so I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to play it again. It might be in the future list, something like that. Other cards was Savage, Dragon. You can play Savage if you wanted to. Zulkin, Crystal Wing, like I noted. You can play another Meteorus, like I said, the Armed Dragon, Sword Arm Dragon, I'm sorry. And then the Drolls, like I played in the last list. This was like one of the cards I was like really wanted to fit in the deck, but I just didn't end up needing it through testing. I would definitely side this though. This was just another, the normals. It could be Frostosaurus too, but like I said, we were playing Lithosagem in this deck, so we wanted all the Earths we could get. So that was just kind of my thoughts on it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments if you want more of the dinosaur list and what kind of dinosaur list you want. I have some weird stuff, but Also, let me know if you guys want some Sprite lists. Our play group's been tinkering with Sprite, but I'll see you guys later. Cheers.